Finish watching this Mr. Robot and see if he actually does anything with his talent. Instead of using it for personal gain. One love, one love. I am your queen, Queen Ruby. The queen and the ruler of all the worlds, universes, realms, and dimensions combined. You are truly blessed to have come across this live video, for my presence alone heals. I am highest ranked in every realm, dimension, worlds, and universes combined. And there is no one equal to me, and there is no one above me in the whole entire worlds, universes, realms, and dimensions combined. I am the spiritual leader of this era. I am the healer of ages of this time. And my mission is to achieve peace and freedom in all worlds, universes, realms, and dimensions combined through love and love alone. Yes, so what we're going to talk about today is, as I'm waiting for everyone to come in on the live, I'm probably going to post this as public once I get off the live. But we will talk about, my divine holy loved ones, what are we going to talk about today? Reasons for living. The reason for living is love. The purpose of living is love and love alone. And this girl that looked to be fit was not using love. She was not of love, I mean. She was putting down others to make herself feel better about herself. And we all know, especially the guys, that they don't really care about how a female looks. They got preferences, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But at the same time, what females care about, men don't really care about too much. And that is the truth. Okay, I mean, as long as you're clean, as long as you know what I mean, as long as you don't have any diseases, as long as you don't have any STDs, yeah, those are diseases and stuff, you pretty much cool. But, you know, you're only gonna really be in love with one person at a time for the most part. And there is only going to be one person that is going to come along, and you, no matter if you're a man or a woman, that you're going to fall deeply in love with. And you will know who that person is once you meet that person, because it's undeniable. It's undeniable. That's a different way. I saw somebody say hi again before. I don't. It's, um. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you for listening. It's important for people to listen and open their minds to a different perspective. Yeah, that was me. I changed my profile pic. What's your name? Oh yeah, that was you. Okay, the first time. Okay, I was like, somebody else said that. and I wasn't sure how to say it. But I was talking about the reasons for living. Hi, okay. The reasons for living for everybody is love. And I was talking about how people can be so superficial and, judge people on their looks, and how that is not of love. That is far away from love, judging somebody just off of their looks. We all have preferences. Yes, we all have preferences. Don't you have a preference? What is your preference in a woman that you are interested? What would be you? What would be your type in a woman? What's your name? Edits. What would be your type in a woman? So as he is typing the answer, I will digress, and I would say that everybody got their own type, and that women care about things that men don't really seem to care about. As long as you don't have any diseases, nobody wants to catch a disease, and you don't, stink to high hell, a man will typically, talk to you, okay? Um, but I see a lot of people putting others down, because they don't look a certain type of way to make themselves feel better about themselves. Yeah, people need to give more love. I have insecurities people talk about, but I don't think of it. Yeah. Oh, and we need to lead with love. You are exactly right. We need to lead with love. And it's normal. Everybody have insecurities. But our insecurities is what makes us beautiful. It's what makes us unique. Embrace them. But you don't think of it. Yes, and that takes a strong. You have to be a strong person to to think nothing of it, to block them. But most people out here are not as strong, and it really affects people when people bring others down like that. Well, I have to go, love. You and love the speech. Bye. See you later. Okay. See you later. Have a good day. Rest of your day. Okay. So that was pleasant. Um. So I wanted to say that we need to lead with love, and everybody's purpose on this earth is love. Whatever talent that you have, you need to use it for love, not for personal gain. Not, not being selfish about it, not to be praised and worshiped, not to be, you know, not for the money. You should do it. You should use your talent for love, to heal the world. If you can try, at least try. We have to start somewhere. Yes, it might take yes, it might take a while. And it might be very hard to do. But if you have a possibility and you believe that you can, use your talents to bring peace and freedom to yourself and others, then you should use it. You should at least try. It will be well worth it. It will be well worth it. And you want to know that we are all connected. We are all connected and we are all important. Okay? And what affects somebody else, you should make it so that you should make it to the knowing that it affects you too. People think that things outside of them is irrelevant because that's none of their business. But at the same time, it is your business. Because if you just turn a blind eye, that same thing eventually will happen to you that you turned a blind eye to, and you would have wished that somebody would have cared enough. Or you can be like, man, I deserved it because I didn't stand up for that person. I didn't stand up for love. I didn't stand up for what is right. It's important that we care about each other. It's important that we fight together, but we fight with love. Most importantly, together, so we will be able to heal ourselves and others. Because when you are selfish, you will never be happy. These rich people, they want you to believe that they're happy. They have a whole scenery and everything that they could ever desire at their fingertips, but they are seriously unhappy because they are missing the most important thing. And the most important thing, use your talents for love. I was watching Mr. Robot, and Mr. Robot, he's this this amazing hacker that can hack into any system. It's too loud. He does coding or something like that. He's a genius at it. He's the best of what he does. And you don't have to be the best, but you are the best at something. Love made you the best at something. You might not have figured it out by now, but you will. And how you figure that out is through love. Do things out of love, and then eventually the answer will be revealed to you. Okay, honey. That the answer will be revealed to you on what you are great at. Help a old lady load their groceries in their car. You might find something that you're great at. That's something to be great at. Don't belittle these, things of kindness. Oh my gosh, a red bird. Oh my goodness. Don't belittle these. Don't think these, just loading groceries in the old lady's car as something small that you're doing. It's a great thing that you're doing. But also be humble because not everyone has the opportunity to help an old lady or old man load groceries in their car. It's a privilege to help others and to be kind to others because it benefits you just as much as it benefits others. So, if you're great at
well, it's a dance party. Time a dance party.
Yeah, but mommy, okay, boo, mommy on the live. I don't want to get copyrighted. But yeah, we can. Okay, let's think. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
So you continue on helping others in such a way, you know, and you do it selfishly. I'm sorry, and you not selfishly, but you do it selflessly, right? And then it will be revealed to you the next step. It will be revealed to you what an impact you have had on the world. And it just takes that. And your intentions has to be Baba. No, Bobby, do it again. I'm gonna close it. Okay. Such things like that has a big impact. Hold on. What? That's not enough. So your intentions behind it matters very much. Your intentions should be I am doing this, you know, to make a world a better place. To heal the world, to bring peace and freedom to the world and the universes and realms and dimensions combined through love and love alone. And that matters greatly.
7 minutes.
But I can give a better example of like, you know, if you can sing or something and you see these artists, you know, out here, you know, they, you know, really talk about themselves all the time, or they talk about their personal experiences. But, you know, I understand it helps others. But in this kind of situation that we are in the world that we are living in, that is being run by evil wickedness, you have to really be intentional. It can't be, oh, I might have helped somebody or not. You have to be intentional. Make your songs surrounding what's going on, revealing, you know, what is going on in the system. You know, use your platform to expose And no, because when you expose, you use it. When you expose, you you reveal the truth, and truth is love. You bring an awareness to what is happening, and on top of that, you're fighting against it. You know,
Mama.
we don't need some more sex in this world. And I was just thinking about Beyonce and Nicki Minaj and all these beautiful artists, and they are still not being respected like they should by their counterpart. Okay, and I'm saying their names because it doesn't matter if you are on top of the world, you know. It doesn't matter if you are on top of the world. You know. You can be as beautiful as you want to be, but that doesn't mean that a man is going to treat you how you deserve to be treated. You know, how a man will treat you how you deserve to be treated, how you want to be treated instead of how they want to treat you, depends entirely on you and only you. You got the choice of what you tolerate and what you are about. Are you about that, life where you just let a man treat you how they want to treat you, or you treat, are you only allow someone to treat you how you want to be treated? And that is love, and love alone. To love yourself and to love others, because you're not being fake with your counterpart, and you're not putting these expectations that you know that they're not going to fulfill. They could love you, but they just not what you want them to be, and it's okay for them not to be what you want to be, what you want them to be, you know. But you shouldn't be with people that don't treat you how you want to be treated, and vice versa. So I talk about this because it all relates, everything is connected, and that our purpose is to love and know, and to know what love is. We all got gifts and talents. We all are beautiful and in our own way, and we all are imperfectly perfect. I know that Jesus, my divine holy loved ones, loved me exactly for who I am right now, and so does love to you. You understand? So no more throwing toys. No more throwing toys. So what time is it? Okay. You gotta understand that, and we should not be judging others based off of how they look. You know, you don't know what anyone has gone through unless you looked into their life. And you can't be putting your life above anybody else's life. You might have had the strength to rise up, but some people don't have that strength to rise up. Some people are built differently than others, but that doesn't mean that we treat them like they're beneath us or they are above us. We all got something to give in the world. In this world and universes and realms and dimensions combined, it's time to be set free from the illusion that it's only a selective. Stop, baby. I'm about to turn this off. It's only we need to stop having this illusion that only a selective few can be happy, can have everything that they desire. Our worlds and universes and realms and dimensions are abundant, and everybody can be abundant too. No dancing with that. Put it down. If you're not drawing, dang, it's dangerous. No, put it back. Stop undoing what I just did. Move your hand. No, you're not drawing.
I'm drawing. I'm just writing.
You're gonna love who you want to love. If you can sing, a lot of people can sing, but that don't mean that it gotta be somebody better than the other. We all are you so unique. We are unique.
What? My train.
And Baba, you're loud. We all are unique, and that's beautiful because that's what love is. It doesn't, we can sing, but we all got our different twang, our different twists. I'm talking about the singers and stuff. We all, you got our different twangs and twists and stuff, and there's going to be somebody or people that is going to love you and know that they're going to love you. You know, people are going to love you, and you will have a fan base. You don't have to be like somebody else. You don't have to, you know, be the. We can all have a fan base. Anybody who can see or anything else, you can all have a fan base. It's so abundant that, and you just see the same old people all the time. All the time singing Beyonce and who else, Chris Brown and stuff like that. And it's and they're good at what they do, but they are not the only one that works hard on their skills. They're not the only ones that are the greatest of all time at what they do. It's time to stop putting people on pedestals. It's time to stop putting them, let me not say that. What I'm trying to say, you could put anybody you want on the pedestal. That's your free will. But what I'm really trying to say is that everybody can be abundant. Everybody can have their desires. Everybody can do what they dream of doing. It will make the world a better place. It doesn't need to be a competition all the time. It doesn't have to be a couple of people controlling the whole industry. if you really are, you know, that great, you know, you would, and people would, you wouldn't mind the competition. But it's really not even a competition because it's all pre-selected, and the things that you have to do to make it that far is you know, you either got to step on somebody to get there, or you have to sell your soul, or something really dramatic had to happen or something. But there's a price to be paid to be at the top, because evil wickedness is not just going to let anybody influence everybody. The influencers are under tight control. Just like the politicians, they're under tight control by the higher powers of the unknown, of course, because that controls you and everyone, and what you see, and what you condition to believe. So of course that's ways they target, and they do it in many ways. You understand? Ooh, my hair itching right there. Okay, they do it in many ways, and they dabble their hands in almost everything. You know, everything except for love, real love that can't be tainted. You know, so you have to be, um, you have to, um, my nose itching. You have to understand, and those like me that's trying to make it in the right way, and make it in the righteous way, make it in the way that love, in the way of love, it's going to be a lot of obstacles. Okay, it's going to be a lot of obstacles in your way that will try to stop you from reaching your dreams, because they know if you reach your dreams, you are going to change the energy, the vibration in a powerful, good, loving way that will heal the world, and they cannot have that. So they will put obstacles in your way. So the people that have made it to the top, not all of them. There's all kind of stories. Some of these people that made it to the top, they are not human beings, okay? But like I said, you know, and they can't really touch human, you know, if you an alien, right? If you're extraterrestrial posing as a human being, you know, you can make it to the top. They can't really mess with you like that. But they can make it hard for you, but you know, you have a lot of help just by being extraterrestrial, which they learn. Their first instinct is telepathy, and being in touch with the spiritual, right? The spiritual side of things. They communicate through energy, you know. So, but like I said, to make it, you had to skip the hardships, the real hardships, the those stops and obstacles that evil wickedness will put you through. They are watching you. They have minions everywhere, okay? And that will stop you. That will try to stop you. But you have to keep on believing that love is the most powerful and don't give up. But you also have to know that love is the most powerful. God is the most powerful. Jesus is the most powerful. Whatever you believe in. Allah is the most powerful. Yahweh is the most powerful. You have to believe that in order to move forward in what your dreams are. And my dream as a little girl was to help others through my voice and singing through my music. That was my dream. And I knew that I didn't know back then, but now I know that by me saying that, by me wanting dreaming of that, because I really wanted to help others because I believe I could help others. And why not try to help others if I can help others? Because I have helped people all of my life, okay? All of my life, I have helped many people, whether I knew it or not, whether they told me or didn't tell me. But I have been told plenty of times. I've been shown plenty of times too that I helped a lot of people, and I'm not boasting, and I'm not, not boasting. I'm just saying that is the truth, and this is my passion, is to help others, because somehow I was able to help, and somehow I have I'm able to help. I got this mind, and I got the heart, I got the empathy to be able to really help others in a mass form, you know. And I've noticed this when I was younger. I wasn't Queen Ruby back then. I was just Ruby, and what I really wanted is to help others, but I wanted to do what I loved as well, which is singing and creating music. But it didn't happen when I was younger because I didn't know all of this stuff. And if I would have just came into the industry like that, I probably wouldn't have lasted that long, because they would have probably turned me out. They would have put me on drugs. They probably would have set me up. They probably would have tried to assassinate me. They would have done all of that, and I wouldn't have been able to defend myself. And by and love was listening. Jesus was listening when I said that to them. And I had to do it this way in order to see what they were protecting me from. They were protecting me from all of that. So when I did rise up into my position, which is fame and fortune, which and clout. I don't care for fame. I don't care for clout, but it's necessary in my position because I never knew that Jesus in love had a higher calling for me that was bigger than me singing and entertaining others and using my voice as an influence so I can heal others and help others in the situations that I used to be in, and others, and just let them know that they're not alone, and letting them, and doing things, philanthropy work like I always have been doing. Um, but I would have more money, so I'll be able to invest in the philanthropy. That's a hard word for me to say for right now. Work that I wanted to do. I had ideas of great ideas of how I can really make an impact and uplift others because I knew what was wrong. Well, I thought I knew was wrong. But to find out, I didn't know what was wrong to the full extent. And it's really important to know what you're fighting against in order to heal what needs to be healed. Because you can't heal something you don't know what you're healing. Understand? So it's important to me, and I gained a deeper understanding that I don't know if I felt this when I was young, when I was a child, I mean, that everything is connected. Whatever happens to that person, it could happen to me and it can happen to somebody else. And no, it could happen. And it does happen. And everything happens for a reason. So if situations like that come comes into your reality like that, that means that you have to take the time out and really stand up for what is right, because if you don't stand up for what is right, even if it's scary, even if your life is at stake, know that it will come back around in some way, shape, or form, but in a similar way where you're going to look back and be like, I wish I could have helped that person or something. So it's very important. Get off my bed. That I could have helped that person. Move your hand. So it's very important that we care about each other, because you care about each other outside of yourself. Like if you're a white person, an Asian person, an Indian person, a Hispanic person, you need to care about people that are outside of your race. Care about us black people. Care about the white. Care about Well, what's outside of your race, you know? It's not just your fight. And we see it every single time. We all fighting the same enemy, and the enemy is evil wickedness. You know, now the blacks were, you know, the black power, and then now it's the immigrants, which is like mostly like the Mexicans, you know, the Hispanics and stuff, and we all fight in this separate fight. It's like, you know, but we're all connected. And then the thing with the war and was it what's his name in Russia, I think, or Ukraine or something, Ukraine and Russia, I guess. You know, you think that doesn't affect us, but that's what people was thinking after. Oh, it's just their war. But what? We send a whole bunch of money over to them or some side because they knew that if we didn't pick a side, that they were going to come after us next. And they just might will come after us. You know. And I'm pretty sure that Putin was like, to the Americans, to the black Americans, I think, or just to the Americans that, you know, you should move, you all should move there so you can, so because basically he was saying, come and move to the Ukraine or something like that because there's about to be a war that's going to break out on America. That's what I thought he said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was said. And nobody really talks about it anymore. But he didn't forget about what he just said. You know, he didn't forget about it. Especially what Trump is doing now. Like he's doing all kinds of stuff, and he's one of those hard heads, you know what I mean? Like um he think he can fight everything with bullying, with, you know, dominating, you know, another country, but you can't fight. You don't want to do stuff like that. You don't want to dominate another country or another somebody, period, in in order to get what you want out of them. You don't want to do it. You want to play it smart, but you don't want to dominate, you know, use that tactic because they're going to rebel. Of course they're going to rebel. If somebody said to that to the USA and be dominant to the USA, what you think we gonna do? We gonna clap back. That's what they do. But what needs to be done is that it needs to be some type of cooperation from both sides, from all sides. There needs to be a um common denominator. Okay, it needs to be love on the up front and the most front, but it needs to be compromised, you know, to an extent, you know, where all sides are satisfied. And if the side is not satisfied, then it's because of their own greediness. But nobody wants to go to war.
Cartoons all day.
You know, but there are some people that are built different. They are of evil wickedness. They are being controlled by evil wickedness. They are possessed by evil wickedness because nobody that is of love, which is every single one of us, until we are influenced by evil wickedness or totally possessed by evil wickedness, but want war. War should be prevented. You know, war should be prevented Okay, it's dark here. Turn on the light. War should be prevented. Can you turn on the light, please?
Oh, Lily Spinner! Yeah! I was a spinner one. No, that was turning again.
War should be prevented. It should not, be the first resort, or it shouldn't be a resort in the first place, because if people just sat down together and really talked it out with listening ears, having a conversation, then things will be resolved. But they don't want to do things like that, you know. So that makes it hard for us to be at peace. And that's all it takes. But it's not all about the money, but it is at the same time, because they are afraid of they are afraid of one country having more power than the other. So they just trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know, but I understand their insecurities, because everybody's insecurities with that, because ain't nobody really playing fair. But I love every single one of you all. One love. It looks a mess here. Can you pick up your money jar before I take it?